All right, today we're going to tackle one of the most powerful and maybe a little intimidating features in C++, dynamic memory. If you've ever felt completely boxed in by fixed-size arrays, well, this one's for you. We're going to show you how to break free and make your programs seriously flexible.
So have you ever hit that wall? You know the one. You need an array, but you have absolutely no idea how big it needs to be until your program is actually running. Maybe the size depends on what a user types in. With standard arrays, you're just stuck. Their size is locked in when you compile the code, and you can't change it. It's like trying to build a box before you even know what you're going to put inside it. Kind of useless, right?
And this right here, this table really nails the core difference. Static arrays, they're rigid, their size is set in stone. And look, they're perfectly fine when you know for a fact you'll always need, say, exactly 10 of something. But what about when you don't? What about when your program needs to react and adapt? Well, that's where dynamic arrays completely steal the show.
Okay, so to really get how this all works, we've got to talk about where your program actually stores information. Think of it like this. Your program has two main storage rooms for data. They're called the stack and the heap.
So first up, we've got the stack. The best way to picture the stack is to think of a stack of plates. It's super fast to add a new plate to the top or take one off, right? The stack works just like that with your program's variables. It's highly organized, it's quick, and the memory is managed for you automatically, which is awesome. But here's the catch. The total size of that stack of plates is decided the moment your program starts. It's fast, for sure, but it's not flexible.
And that brings us to the heap. Now, if the stack is a neat stack of plates, the heap is more like a massive open warehouse. You can call up the warehouse manager at any time and say, hey, I need a storage space this big, and they'll give it to you. It's this huge, flexible pool of memory. This is so important, not just for arrays, but for complex things like linked lists or trees that need to grow and shrink while your program is running. But, and this is a big but, with all that power comes a huge responsibility. When you're done with that storage space, you have to remember to call the warehouse and tell them to clear it out.
So, how do we actually get the key to this massive memory warehouse? Well, in C++, our key is the new operator. This little keyword is what lets us bypass the rigid stack and go straight to the flexible heap to ask for memory whenever we want. This is the exact solution to our fixed-size array problem.
Okay, let's see this in action, because this is where it gets cool. Imagine we're making a program to store student grades, but we have no clue how many students are in the class. First, we just ask the user, how many grades? We store that number in a variable, let's call it size. Then we create a pointer. And finally, the magic moment. We use new to create an array on the heap with the exact size the user just gave us. And boom! Just like that, our array is perfectly sized, created while the program was running.
But with this awesome power comes one absolutely non-negotiable rule. The golden rule of dynamic memory. For every single time you use new to ask for memory from the heap, you must, and I mean must, have one and only one matching delete. This quote from the source material just says it all. If you forget to release the memory you've borrowed from the heap, you cause something called a memory leak. And trust me, that is a silent but deadly bug that can bring even the most robust applications to their knees. You really want to avoid that. So what in the world is a memory leak? Well, think back to our warehouse. A memory leak is when your program asks for a storage space, uses it, and then just walks away and forgets to tell the warehouse manager it's done. That memory is now orphaned. Your program can't use it anymore, but it's not available for anything else either. And as your program runs, these lost little chunks of memory just keep piling up, eating away at your system's resources until your program slows to a crawl or just crashes completely. And this slide right here, this is so crucial for preventing those leaks. See, there's a difference. When you use new to create a single item, you use delete to clean it up. But when you use new with those square brackets to create an array, you absolutely must use delete with the square brackets to free the entire array. Getting this wrong is a classic C++ mistake, and it's a guaranteed one-way ticket to a memory leak. Okay, so let's boil it all down into your dynamic memory checklist. Use new when you need that runtime flexibility. Always store the address you get back in a pointer. You have to match every new with the delete. Remember to use delete square brackets for arrays, and never ever forget to clean up, because forgetting is what causes memory leaks. You stick to these rules and you'll be managing memory like a pro.
You know, this is about so much more than just avoiding bugs. This is about unlocking a whole new level of programming. You now have the power to create programs that are truly dynamic, that can adapt to any amount of data, and that manage resources with incredible precision.
So the only question left is, what amazing things are you going to build with this newfound power?